It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see Russell Wilson as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Broncos and the Chiefs under...
We go from Denver. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, the new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive of 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. But the Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away that falls incomplete.
Nothing that brings a guy stress when they throw the deep ball. You're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's blocked down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing there, but but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catching is near. Kicking.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's
Automatic
arrived.
first down.
Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Now it's Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 2nd down and 4. Now Wilson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Wide open receiver complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Play action. Now Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So the Chiefs offense heads out. There's a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other.
Now the ball comes loose. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. It's picked up by the Broncos. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a third. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 37. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. The Chiefs at 11-1 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Throwing now is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. Again, he finds more. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this as Hamler elects not to return it. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. There, it'll be second down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Escape. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. George Karlaftis. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Thrown in by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching style, make plays like that.
Butker on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he will have a Broncos first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. Now Wilson, option right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Now Gordon on first down. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Holding, offense.
Come on, man.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Mahomes going to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A big play there for KC. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Mahomes now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Finding Moore on the out route for the completion. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Throw over the middle caught by the tight end Gray. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now receiver in motion left.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. And again, it's Mahomes.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Moore, the man in motion.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, Charles, after the first quarter, it was just complete disaster for them. Everything has flipped. I mean, it's 180 degrees in the other direction now here in quarter 2.
Championship effort right there. How about them marching almost the length of the field, coming through on their final opportunity to get the win? This is one that this team will remember forever, as well as their fans.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the second time of the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Half.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking?
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Touchdown! Sky Moore. 33 yards. And the Chiefs take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So the Broncos coming out now. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On third down, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Taking it about the 36. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
It's Bubba Bolden who picks it, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going. Because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Underneath, he's got Brate. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Wilson flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will have a Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Wilson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again is Wilson. And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, You go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Brought down at the 20. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On second down, here's Nwangu. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And some space here.
54 yards rushing for it. Carried the ball 4 times.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
The tight end Cameron Brate was the target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Wilson being chased at, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Frank Clark, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 23 yards the pickup there. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
On the toss, here's Nwangu. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Bond going to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one,
and my goodness, another interception.
Lonnie Johnson picks it, and the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there, and gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't, and also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys, but being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
48 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the 4th quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort, really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
And coming out now, the Broncos.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 44, Wilson. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. One last shot for Wilson. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a